Uh-oh.
What are you doing, Granny?
I'm just thinking I might have missed the backlash.
You missed the main event?
I miss it. I don't get very many calls, so when I get them, I talk.
All right. Well, everybody
if
listening
only your
and
grandson
watching...
would call you once in a while.
Oh, get out of here. I put her on an international radio program every week. How many of you do that for your grandmothers?
Andrew the Giant came in or something.
Excuse me, Andrew the Giant came in? I forget
Banks.
the guy's name. Yeah, Mr. Banks?
Yes.
Yep. Charlie Caruso.
No, that's not right. Charlie Caruso is a woman, Granny, and she is not married to SASHA Banks.
Oh, how did I get that? How about Cher?
Cher?
as in Sunny
Married to
and?
Sunny.
Cher Flair.
Cher Flair?
Uh-huh.
The urine throwing that you saw on this show?
Yes.
This was the first time that I saw it.
All right.
Because, in fact, on the West Coast feed, they edited that out of the show.
Oh, hey.
I was like, dude, Vince, we get it. You like pee. No one else gives a shit or a piss.
I thought I may have been the only one, but I guess not. This match was awesome.
Dude, I love this match.
They did like a half-hour comedy, and I didn't laugh one time, and that's the summary.
I got messages from people in the Performance Center. I got messages from people who work for the company who are watching at home, and I got a lot of them. Way more than usual. And one after another, it was like, what the fuck is this? What in the fuck are they doing?
Hanson can summon a turkey leg like Thor, only instead of a hammer, it's a turkey leg. Not funny. Like, that's the whole joke. That is the joke. Instead of a hammer, it's a turkey leg. Comedy. God.
Randy Orton and Edge got in the ring, and they fucking tore it up. I hope every goddamn student from the Performance Center whose job it is to boo and cheer, I hope they watched this match like 50 times. This was a clinic. This match was 8 minutes longer.
Yes.
All right, so if anything, that really goes to show that their last match was just fucking boring.
Samoa Joe was great. This match was made greater by Samoa Joe, and I don't remember the last time I said that about a main roster WWE match.
About $750. We raised, by we I mean you guys, all of you chipping in, for two great causes. Thanks again. Are we ever going to get a goddamn invasion here, or what's going on? Does anybody give a shit about World Championship Wrestling?
Are you kidding?
Fuck.
The goal of this segment was to completely kill any interest any fan may have had in World Championship Wrestling as an organization.
Vince comes out and he complains about all this shit that Shane has done to him. He says he's showing up on Raw and SmackDown. And then Vince McMahon says, I never wanted WCW anyway.
Yes.
You know, in every legitimate jiu-jitsu tournament that I ever did, I don't remember ever, right before stepping on the mat, admiring my own ass in the mirror.
No? I do that before I go to work every morning.
There's 4 guys who are over, and we've seen them all fight each other 1,000 times. And rather than try to do anything new with anyone else, they're going out of their way to make you think the gap between those 4 guys and everyone else can never be overcome.
Either do a match, or if it's no DQ and you want people to interfere, just fucking have them in the whole match, in the whole time. Otherwise, I feel dumb watching it. I don't like that. I feel dumb enough normally.
Write that down, everybody.
From the people that I talk to, they believe that Vince has nothing to do with the booking of NXT.
Way in the background is Cameron Grimes.
I must commend NXT for shooting this angle and not having all 3 of the announcers scream, hey, is that Cameron Grimes lurking around in the background?
That's true. Robert Stone is still drunk.
This drunken, vomiting, pratfalling Robert Stone. It's like, where are we going here? What's the plan?
And we see the doctor. It is very clearly Kyle O'Reilly in disguise.
This was weird, but I enjoyed everyone's performance. And for some reason, fireworks just exploded over the beach. I don't know why.
The winner of that match will be North American champion and will also face Adam Cole on July 8th, head-to-head with Fyter Fest, champion versus champion, winner take all.
I don't believe for one second that they're actually going to unify the titles. And if they do, it's only going to be for a very short period of time. There's no reason to unify them. It's just like a hook for head-to-head with Fyter Fest.
Santos Escobar comes out for a promo.
He told me, factually, that he was the most handsome luchador in history.
Sasha Banks and Bayley versus Shotzi Blackheart and Tegan Knox.
Every promotion on the fucking planet besides WWE has easily figured out how to do commercial breaks during wrestling matches, but these fucking people make it seem like it's so hard. I was flabbergasted. Now, with that out of the way, this match was great.
So I asked last week why the Natural Nightmares were getting this title shot, and as they're making their entrance, lo and behold, they have a 5-0 record as a tag team.
They had a crawler multiple times on this show running down who beat who on this week's edition of AEW Dark.
I did notice that.
I presume they're going to do that every week. I'm not going to say that it's because of our show, but that was your criticism.
She was not trying to be the pretty one here. She's crawling to the ring.
Well, the fact of the matter is, Vinny, she may have been prettier than Anna Jay, but we will never know because she is profusely covered in paint and blood and gore.
So Orange had the audacity to interrupt the Inner Circle twice. So they beat him to a pulp.
And as soon as they say that, they just, ha!
Of course.
Pulp!
Yes.
It's like the greatest.
So Cody comes out, and the it's not even subtle anymore. He's turning heel. It's just a question of when the actual switch will be flipped, I guess.
He's really good. And he worked this match, which was supposed to legitimately just be a tryout match. He was so fucking good that they immediately signed him. And they not only immediately signed him, but they signed him and they already have a storyline for the guy.
The Bucks are going for the Meltzer driver. On the other side of the ring, the FTR is going for the Mindbreaker. And they look at each other like, oh, the audacity of those fuckers to do a stuffed pile driver. Well, we're trying to do a stuffed pile driver.
They're doing a lot of teasing here for a match that I'm not expecting till like September.
You will never forget the day you kidnapped Britt Baker. Now, Reba, get me out of here. I've been in here for 6 hours. Britt Baker's amazing.
She's going to get to do shit like this every week on TV, and she's going to get so over.
Yes.
As opposed to being on TV every other week, just like doing matches and commentary here and there.
Orange has a great gimmick, and Orange works an incredibly smart style, but when it is time to go, Orange is so unbelievably great. He just tore Jericho in half.
I try to tell everybody that for months when people were freaking out about Orange Cassidy. I would not say that NXT was a terrible show this week at all, but I will say that I am voting handily for AEW this week.
I was not totally into either show when either one was done, and I was actually thinking I was going to be voting a tie, but as I'm going over my notes here, I realized this was no tie. AEW was definitely a better show, and I was just in a bad mood. So I'm voting AEW.